So it's the Wednesday before the Easter weekend, April 2019. The van is packed and I'm ready to head off round to pick up Archie, and we're going to head west as we almost always do at Easter, and head through the New Forest and on to the Isle of Purbeck and just beyond Swanage. Hoping to stay a couple of nights near the coast there, a couple of park ups, and then spend a third night at a campsite we like called Woody Hide, from which we're going to do, hopefully, do a coast path, the Dirlston Park coast path around the head of the Isle of Purbeck into Swanage, and then we can catch the steam train back. So we'll take you along for the ride, shall we? The van's all clean. There's a couple of rust spots on the front that I've been keeping an eye on for the last few years that are getting worse, which is nothing I can do about it really at the moment, except look forward to at some point replacing the panel and respraying. But otherwise everything's in pretty good shape. Did have to top up with oil and coolant, but it's been a while since I've done that. There is a slight smell of gas in here which I'm worried about, but I've got some tools with me and replacement olive for the gas pipe and some putty and sandpaper, so I might end up spending part of my weekend at least doing some DIY fabrication to fix that. But otherwise it's the first outing the van's had, apart from my brief one night overnights at the workshop for Walt, really since the October half term, I suppose, which is a long time by our standards. Owned the van for 5 years now. We normally get out in it quite a lot, so really looking forward to this weekend. It's just me and Archie, and we've only got 3 nights, but we'll make the most. Come with us. See you on the road.
It's funny.
Bit of a pea super outside tonight, isn't it? Kimmeridge. We've got Arch.
Hello.
We've got Easter eggs. We've got Ready Player One. We've got dinner on the go.
And room full.
Chips and chicken goujons.
Virtual date. As if that ever works.
So Halliday built it for her.
But they never made it past the first date. So Halliday's the creator.
Who hates his own creation?
And the club is the thing he hates.
And a hidden key a lead not taken?
Who have we got here? With its fancy, oh, it might be Adam. With its fancy lifted. No, it's in. Tyneham village is near Lulworth on the Isle of Purbeck in South Dorset. The village is situated northeast of Warbarrow Bay on the Dorset coast and about 4 miles south of Wareham and 10 miles west of Swanage. The village lies in a secluded east-west valley between 2 ridges of the Purbeck Hills. To the north is the main ridge, with Povington Hill and its highest point Ridgeway Hill, where Archie I parked in the AONB car park and walked down. If you do park here, be prepared for quite a hike back up. Tyneham is Dorset's famous lost village. In November 1943, all residents were told to leave within 28 days as the area was needed for forces training. On the 17th of December 1943, the last residents left, believing one day they could return. Sadly, this was never to happen. Today the village is still part of the Army Rangers, but access is allowed most weekends and all public holidays. The church and school have exhibitions about the village and villagers. It was a lovely time of year to visit. Bluebells carpeted the ground and the waft of wild garlic was almost intoxicating. We did the 1 mile walk from the village that leads down to Warbarrow Bay. The cliffs behind Warbarrow Bay expose a sequence of Cretaceous rocks. These range from the chalks at the northwest end of the bay at Cow Corner, that are between 85 and 145 million years old, through to the hard stone outcrop in the east. The sediments that form the peninsula are Portland limestone, which is 150 million years old, and the Purbeck beds 147 million years old. I'm looking at that.
Beautiful.
Oh, in the sea, yeah, that's an amazing thing.
Oh yeah.
So we've just spotted
Flow.
flow you'll never see on this though. Zoom in miles. I'll zoom in miles. The village bay and Lulworth Ranges are managed by the Ministry of Defence and access is limited. What better than to build a 3D combi V-dub jigsaw puzzle?
Definitely enjoying it.
Bit boring though, all you've got to do is find the numbers. Don't even need to match the picture on the box. Well, we're up on the hills above Tyneham, the ghost village in on the Isle of Purbeck in Dorset. It's just starting to haze over again, unfortunately, but there really are some amazing views up here. It's not quite an extension of the South Downs behind Brighton, but it's very familiar for the views north and south, but it's much more remote and rural here, and I don't think we've got a problem about staying overnight in a car park. I know there's no overnight parking signs up, but there's already hardly any traffic going past, so I think it should be a peaceful one. The wind's dropping, it's a very light northeasterly, but we're going to have dinner here anyway. There is a campsite just in front of the van, kind of looking down upon, that we could go down to, but thinking why bother, to be honest. I've just had a shower, going to cook dinner, Archie will have a shower, chill out. Yeah, don't really need to go anywhere. So we'll see how the mood takes us, or whether anyone else decides to try and take us down there. Hello! Gorgeous views. Go. Go on. Seen the little dog hatch? Yeah, you lift this up. Swanage Railway is an old favourite of mine and Archie's. It's a branch line from Wareham to Swanage, opened in 1885 and is now operated as a heritage railway and run by volunteers. So there's always something a bit quirky about any journey you do on the railway, but it's always good fun. The independent company which built it was amalgamated with the larger London and South West Railway in 1886. Passenger service was withdrawn in 1972, leaving a residual freight service over part of the line handling mineral traffic. After the passenger closure, Heritage Railway Group revived this part of the line. Castle building has commenced at Swanage. Could possibly look low. Today, Arch. The tide's in. The tide's in. Right up to the roadside. So high, can't believe it.
Oh, wow.
Another favourite of ours in this area, and something we would definitely never miss, is the old chain ferry that connects Studland Bay to Bournemouth and Poole. Short hop on the Studland ferry. Back to the mainland. Hardly mainland. Archie's still asleep. Well, still in bed. Bournemouth Swanage Motor Road and Ferry Company operate the ferry, and it's literally just a 5-minute crossing. The service does run daily, but with weather and other circumstances permitting. It was particularly popular this weekend, but mostly, thankfully, with traffic coming the other way.
Good.
Pretty impressive. Oh, it has come up. It's kind of a joint effort. And we're having our last breakfast. And check out the view over breakfast. Not bad, huh?
I think I did most of the jigsaw though.
You did. You did all the hard work.
Do you think Shazam song?